This week, we're focusing on your core. So this is a 14-minute circuit. Will only take you 14 minutes to do. Less than 15 minutes, that's 14 minutes. So you could do it quickly, you could do it several days a week. You can do it as an add-on to whatever else you're doing for a workout, whether you're doing strength or cardio, or it could be a standalone workout. So there are 4 movements. You're going to do slow mountain climbers, then oblique crossovers. You'll follow that up with plank, and then end with Superman. So I'm going to break down the exercises for you, give you some modifications, and then tell you all the other important details about this workout. So slow mountain climbers, you're going to be in plank position. Slow is the most important word here because you want to feel this in your abs. So unlike when you do fast mountain climbers where you're trying to get your heart rate up, with slow mountain climbers, you're really focused on engaging the abs, so maintaining spinal stability, really using your core to help you maintain that stability, moving slowly, and then also maintaining stability throughout the rest of your body. So you'll be in your plank, and you're gonna bend your knee, bring it up to your chest, and you'll hold it for a count of 3. So 3, 2, 1, step back, then switch to the other side, 3, 2, 1, step back. Important not to cheat yourself, so get that whole 3, 2, 1 before you step back. When you're going forward, or when you're bringing your knee forward, really try to maintain that plank. So make sure that you're not like kind of going like this, because you're not going to be maintaining stability in your body. So kind of will be turning your abs off when you do that. You can modify that movement by elevating your hands. So you could put your hands on a bench, on your steps if you're at home, on your kitchen counter if you need, or a table if you need, to regress the exercise even more. So that's that. So just remember, have that slow count of 3 as you're moving through the exercises. Next, you're going to do oblique crossovers. So let's face this one. So this is like a bicycle, but just doing one side of the bicycle. So hands are on the back of your head. Bring your legs into tabletop, so making sure your knees are directly over your hips. And then you're going to curl up so that you're resting on the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Focus on bringing shoulder to knee. So you'll twist in that direction, the other leg goes straight. The lower that leg is, the harder it will be. But make sure that if you're bringing your leg really close to the floor, that you're, again, maintaining spinal stability. That's like the name of the game with this workout, with core exercises, with lots of exercises in general. So that as you straighten that leg, you don't want to like arch your back. Make sure your lower back is pressed into the floor and keep that no matter where you end up with your leg being. So you'll do here, back to center, here, back to center. So you'll just repeat doing one side, and then you'll do the other side. You should really feel your obliques, so the muscles here that wrap around your waist. I was going to say something else I don't remember. Modification, you can just either keep the legs in tabletop and twist, focusing on going to one side, or bring your feet all the way down to the floor and twist. Next exercise, you're going to do a plank. I really prefer doing them on forearms to emphasize the abs. When you do them with your arms straight, you get a little bit more shoulder action. But you know what? You do you. Do what works best for you. But I'll show you the forearm version. So the forearms down on the floor, and then you're going to step your feet back, keeping your hips level with your shoulders. Jackie, are my hips level with my shoulders?
Your hips could go down just a little.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. So you want to make sure that you're not overarching your back or sticking your butt up in the air, but hips and shoulders level. Are they still level, Jackie?
Yep.
Okay, great. Then you're going to look through your arms, so look through like your forearms, your wrists, as you maintain that position. A plank, if you do it right, if you do like what's called a hard style plank, really engage everything, really tighten everything. So you're bracing your abs, I like to pretend that I'm like squeezing my triceps into my shoelaces, and I'm squeezing my shoelaces into my triceps. So like I'm I just go with it. So like there's a space, like my body is a space, and I'm closing up the space between my triceps and my shoelaces. That really helps me to engage everything, to really engage my abs. Shoulders are stable and packed, all that stuff. So make sure you're doing that. Squeeze your glutes. I also pretend that there's a wall behind my heels, and that I'm pushing my heels into that wall as I press my triceps towards my shoelaces towards my triceps, and that really just helps me to get everything firing, and that makes that plank really hard. So I don't need to hang out in the plank for like 3 minutes or something to make it a useful exercise. If you do a hard style plank, really keep everything kind of engaged, firing, turned on, whatever you want to say. It makes the exercise really challenging, and like 30 seconds, a minute will be enough. Last thing you're gonna do is, did I give you modifications? Modifications, you can do it on your knees, so like this, or elevate your hands, which is like my preferred method if someone needs to modify. So like I was saying, for the slow mountain climbers, put your hands on stairs or one step, a bench, countertop, table, whatever, something that's stable, and that's a good way to modify, because then you get used to being in a full plank position, even if you're not on the floor with your hands, but you're training your body to be in that position. So then as you get stronger, it's hopefully an easier progression going from that than going from your knees. So that's that. Then last exercise is Superman, or Superwoman, Superperson, whatever. I think of the character, so I'm not, trying to be discriminatory here. I'm thinking of Superman, the character. Anyway, so arms are straight. You want your arms to be at shoulder width, and keep them nice and straight. Legs are at about bony hip width, so like, the two front bones on your pelvis. Pretend that you're holding on to a tangerine between your chin and your chest, so that as you come up, you don't want to throw your head back. Your forehead is like facing the floor the whole time. I should stop talking to the floor though. And then to get into the exercise, you're going to squeeze your glutes, lift upper body and lower body off the floor. So that would look like this. And down. So as you're doing it, you're keeping your legs straight the whole time. You want to pack your shoulders, so my arms are straight as well, and I'm like kind of, pushing my humerus, my arm, down into the shoulder socket. Like I said, arms are straight, so a lot of times I'll see people kind of like bend their knees as they're doing it. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be a floppy fish, so you don't want this. Okay. What else? Depending on your flexibility in your spine or the amount of extension you have in your spine, you will probably get up higher off the floor than I did. That's fine. Also, squeezing your glutes can help in terms of getting your legs off the floor. Modification, you're going to keep your arms by your sides. Well, a couple different levels of modification. So level 1, so this would be going from hardest to easiest in terms of modifications. Arms at your sides, and then lift like that. So I'm still lifting everything, but I've made the exercise easier by not having my arms here. Other option is to bring your arms overhead again, but then just lift the upper body. So you're here, so my legs are staying down. Option, what are we on, 4? I don't know. Arms by your sides again, and lift the upper body, lift your hands as well. So that's that. So that's the whole circuit, 4 exercises. You're gonna do each exercise for 30 seconds. The oblique crossover, that will be 30 seconds on each side. So each time you go through the circuit, it'll be 3.5 minutes, I think, if I did the math right, whatever. And so if you do it 4 times through, there's your 14-minute core circuit.